Unexplained itching as a cancer warning sign. Did you know that unexplained itching in specific areas of your body could be a subtle warning sign of cancer? Most people dismiss a persistent itch as dry skin, an allergy, or a minor irritation, but for older adults, particularly those over 60, itchiness in certain spots might signal something far more serious. These aren't random itches, they're patterns doctors have repeatedly observed in patients later diagnosed with cancers like lymphoma, pancreatic cancer, breast cancer, or skin cancer. In this video, we'll explore 5 specific itchy areas that could indicate cancer, often months before other symptoms emerge. We'll dive into why these itches occur, which cancers they're linked to, how to differentiate them from benign issues, and what steps to take if you notice them. Stay until the end because we're not just listing body parts. You'll gain practical insights to recognize these signs, questions to ask your doctor, and the confidence to act without panic. Early detection can be life-changing, so let's empower you with knowledge. Before we begin, comment down below where are you watching this from. We'd love to hear that, and subscribe to our channel, Senior Wisdom. Sign 1. Persistent itching on the lower legs. When older adults experience relentless itching on their lower legs, particularly the shins and calves, with no visible rash, dryness, or obvious trigger like new soap or detergent, it's tempting to chalk it up to aging skin. But this specific, stubborn itch has been a recurring red flag in patients diagnosed with blood-related cancers, especially Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Unlike a fleeting itch, this one lingers, often intensifying at night, disrupting sleep, and resisting moisturizers or over-the-counter creams. Why does this happen? Lymphomas originate in the lymphatic system, a vital network for immune function and fluid drainage. As cancer cells proliferate, they release inflammatory chemicals called cytokines into the bloodstream. These chemicals irritate nerve endings, causing a deep, sometimes burning itch, particularly in the lower limbs where nerve density is high. Take George, a 75-year-old retiree, who shared his story at a cancer awareness event. For 6 months, his only symptom was an uncontrollable itch on the front of his legs. He tried antihistamines, switched detergents, and even saw a dermatologist who suggested eczema. But the itch persisted, worse at night, with no visible skin changes. Routine blood work later revealed abnormal white blood cell counts, and scans showed enlarged lymph nodes in his chest, leading to a lymphoma diagnosis. His itch was his body's first warning, long before weight loss or fatigue appeared. If you notice a similar itch, no rash, no new products, lasting weeks, especially paired with subtle signs like night sweats, unexplained fatigue, or weight loss, don't dismiss it. For older adults, the body's distress signals can be less obvious, as pain or lumps may develop later. Ask your doctor for a complete blood count, CBC, and mention the itch's persistence and pattern. Early testing could uncover something treatable before it progresses. Listening to these quiet signals can make all the difference. Sign 2. Itching between the shoulder blades or upper back. A deep, nagging itch between the shoulder blades or across the upper back is easy to blame for dry air, poor posture, or an irritating short tag. But for older adults, this specific itch, especially when it feels like it's coming from beneath the skin, can be an early warning of pancreatic cancer, sometimes appearing months before pain, jaundice, or digestive issues. The connection seems strange. Why would a pancreatic issue cause back itching? It's due to bile duct obstruction. Pancreatic tumors can block the small tubes that carry bile from the liver to the intestines, causing bile salts to accumulate in the bloodstream. These salts irritate sensory nerves, particularly in the upper back, where nerve density is high. Linda, a 70-year-old grandmother, experienced what she called a phantom itch on her upper back for months. She tried lotions, back scratchers, and even a new mattress, but the itch persisted, waking her at night. It felt internal, not surface level. During a routine checkup for fatigue, her doctor noticed elevated liver enzymes in her blood work. Imaging revealed a small pancreatic tumor pressing on her bile duct. That itch was her only symptom. No pain, no yellowing skin, just a relentless sensation. Her early action led to a timely diagnosis. This itch is distinct, it's focused, doesn't respond to skin treatments, and may accompany darker urine, pale stools, or unexplained tiredness. If you're over 60 and notice this, especially with these other signs, request blood tests for liver function and imaging if needed. The upper back isn't just a random spot, it's a messenger for internal issues. Don't ignore it. If you're finding this helpful, comment 2 below to let me know you're with me. Subscribe and hit the bell to catch more videos like this. Sign 3. Itchy scalp without visible flakes or dandruff. An itchy scalp is often dismissed as dry air, aging skin, or a shampoo mismatch. But when it's persistent with no dandruff, redness, or flaking, it could point to something deeper like leukemia or scalp skin cancers. This itch feels different, more like a tingling, crawling, or burning sensation that shifts across the scalp and resists typical treatments like anti-dandruff shampoos or oils. In leukemia, abnormal white blood cells trigger immune dysfunction, releasing chemicals that irritate scalp nerves. For skin cancers like squamous cell carcinoma, an itchy patch may signal early cell changes, especially in areas with thinning hair. Henry, a 73-year-old retiree, noticed his scalp itched every afternoon for months. He tried new shampoos, went hat-free, and even checked for lice, but the itch remained. During a checkup for fatigue, his blood work showed elevated white blood cell counts. A bone marrow biopsy confirmed early-stage chronic lymphocytic leukemia. His scalp was his body's first alert. Similarly, skin cancers on the scalp can start as small, itchy patches that mimic dry skin but persist or worsen. For older adults, where skin sensitivity is common, this itch is easy to ignore, but its resistance to treatment is the clue. If it lingers for weeks, especially with fatigue, bruising, or frequent infections, see a doctor. Request a blood panel and ask a dermatologist to examine your scalp, particularly if you have thinning hair. A spouse or hairdresser can help check for unusual patches. Small, stubborn signs can reveal big issues.
Sign 4. Localized itching on the chest or breast area. Persistent itching on the chest or breast, especially around the nipple or under the breast, is often attributed to sweat, tight clothing, or thinning skin in older adults. But this specific itch can signal inflammatory breast cancer or tumors near the chest wall, often before a lump is detectable. The skin may feel warm, tight, or slightly rough with a reddish tint or dimpling, though sometimes it looks normal. This itch is relentless, focused in one spot, and unresponsive to creams. Ruth, 69, noticed itching on her right breast that persisted despite changing bras, detergents, and even going bra-free. She assumed it was irritation, but the itch stayed in one spot. Her doctor noticed subtle skin dimpling during a checkup, and tests revealed a small, aggressive tumor near the skin surface. Inflammatory breast cancer is tricky. It mimics rashes and spreads quickly, often starting with irritation rather than pain. Men, too, can experience this with male breast cancer or lymphoma, where enlarged lymph nodes near the chest or armpit cause itching. If the itch is localized, doesn't shift, and comes with warmth, swelling, or a heavy feeling, don't wait. For women and men over 60, this deserves a mammogram, ultrasound, or biopsy. Early detection starts with noticing patterns. Your skin is signaling, so listen. Comment 4 below if you're still here. Subscribe to support more content like this. Sign 5. Persistent itching in the anal or genital area. Itching in the anal or genital region is uncomfortable to discuss, but chronic itching without clear causes, hygiene issues, infections, or friction can signal anal, vulvar, or penile cancer. This itch feels raw or burning, persists despite creams or hygiene changes, and may focus on one spot. Eugene, 76, thought his anal itching was hemorrhoids for a year. He tried creams and dietary changes, but the itch returned in one spot. Her colorectal exam revealed an early-stage anal tumor. Similarly, vulvar cancer, more common after 60, often starts with relentless itching, sometimes with rough, discolored, or thinning skin. This area's high nerve density makes it a sensitive signal for internal changes, like cell mutations or lymph node swelling. If the itch lasts weeks, worsens at night, or resists treatment, see a specialist. For anal itching, request a colorectal exam. For genital itching, a gynecologist or urologist can help. Embarrassment can delay detection, but speaking up can lead to early treatment and better outcomes. Final thoughts. Your body is always communicating, often through subtle signs like persistent itching. The lower legs, upper back, scalp, chest, and genital areas are where cancers like lymphoma, pancreatic, or breast cancer may send early signals. For older adults, these quiet clues are vital, as symptoms can be less obvious with age. Don't live in fear, but don't ignore these patterns either. If any sign feels familiar, start a conversation with your doctor. Ask for specific tests, blood work, imaging, or biopsies based on the itch's location. Early detection begins with awareness, and your instincts matter. Share one thing you learned in the comments and how you'll act on it. Like, subscribe, and share to help us keep delivering content that informs and inspires. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.